Today, we're going to talk about, is it okay for coaches to play mind games with kids?
Follow the sauce. What's happening?
What's going on?
Too tall.
Too short in the building.
In the flesh.
Y'all know how we do it.
Do it better than most.
Bang.
Bang, bang.
Hey, how y'all living?
Shit, hope y'all living good.
We living good.
I'm starting off already, huh, bro?
Hey, man.
He gonna beep it. He gonna beep it out.
Hey, not for the live. People, we got a live audience. We can't,
I apologize to the live
Hey, man, I just want to let y'all know,
audience,
too, man. We be on the local channels around here, too. Just letting you know.
Don't tell them.
We be on the local challenge. Huh?
He gonna say huh to himself.
we be on the local channels out here now. You know, if you in Central Texas or actually like the greater Austin area, you know, you might mess around and catch you a Sauce Twins show late at night, you know.
Local celebrities.
Yeah, you know.
They know us now.
Yeah,
I'm walking around too tall. There's me.
Yeah.
That's me in the flesh.
Yeah, it kind of catch you off guard sometimes. Somebody yell out too tall or somebody yell out too short and you don't respond.
Yeah, because
you
ain't really.
Because you with your wife and you're not thinking.
We not in the mode. Yeah, we not in that mode.
But yeah, man. But
What we got today, man?
why everybody hating on Odell? Why do you think someone? I think this is what happens. It's like good and bad. It's like Odell makes this amazing catch, and the media just blows him up into this monster. And then you're watching everything that he does, and if he's upset or throws a tantrum once, he's a crybaby and not a professional. And it's like the pendulum everything just swings back to the other side. It's like can't control it.
It's like when you're good and you're great, they just don't want you to reach the pinnacle. They just don't want you to be great. Like, just think about the whole time he's been in Cleveland. Not that I can remember, but I ain't heard about one rant, one field goal net that got kicked.
Yeah.
Him going off on Baker. He's been on his best behavior, the best behavior he's been in.
Yeah.
Been on.
Yeah.
Since being in the league. But they still want to hate on him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they don't want him to be great. Because he plays the game different.
Yeah, and we're gonna go right into that, playing the game different. You know, just kind of give me y'all's thoughts on Odell. Odell, to me, he's not a villain. He's a competitor, but everybody don't play the game the same. And we talk about this all the time. Like, you love sports because there's so many different personalities and characters all coming together for one thing. Everyone doesn't play the game the same. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about football, too. I don't care what sport you played. If you wasn't a gladiator, I don't think you really understand. Oh, boxing?
Yeah.
Some kind of combat sport, I think you could understand because you physically handling another person that's bigger, stronger, trying to feed his family. You're literally going up physically against someone who's trying to feed their family. You're trying to feed your family. You're trying to win. We trying to win.
So eat a gate 8 out there.
So to me, if you haven't actually strapped them pads on, put that helmet on, it could be high school, especially in college. When you start talking about college ball, I don't care what level. College and up, it's different. You get a chance to play pro, it's different on any level. It's different. Got grown men out there.
It is. You know, it's funny you say that because the other night, we was watching something, and there was a kid that played baseball, football, but he chose, I think it was watching the Kaepernick, the new Kaepernick on Netflix.
Okay.
So long story short, he was called to baseball. Everybody wanted him to take the baseball scholarships. He had thousands of them. Everybody wanted to play baseball. But he wanted to play football. So Jen was like, he don't even have any scholarships to football. Why don't he just take the baseball? I was like, That football is something different. There's nothing like
It's
football. Like
you
the
can't explain
energy.
it.
I can't.
You
I
ever
can't.
look back at yourself? I've looked back at some film at myself and was like, what was I? Like the mode you was in, something that you did, and you just, I don't know how to explain it out there.
It's like a war. You're going to war. Physically, you are going to war
yeah.
against another man who is trying to oppose his will on you.
Every second he can. You win some and you lose some.
Like that does something. Well, for me,
Yeah, it do something to you. It
it's
do.
different.
It's a completely different. Like I said, like when you put that helmet on, you don't really understand what it's like to look outside, to look through the face mask. You have no clue. You have no clue the amount of work and the time. I'll argue there is no other sport that puts that practice, film, puts all of these things together from weight room to film to treatment to practice, all of that compared to the time that
lot.
you actually put
It's
into
a
playing.
lot.
And then you get this 60 minutes of play to put it all out there. And what I'm getting to is, it's kind of what Clark was talking about. He made a great point about these, I'm talking about people's actions, how you want everybody to play the same, but everybody ain't the same. People emotionally just are different. And then the issues we have with the taunting in the NFL. Like, that's what I'm getting to too, is like, guys, Clark was like, do you know how much treatment? Do you know how much needling I went through? Do you know how many ice baths? Do you know how much treatment? Do you know how much film? Do you know how much yelling? Do you know how many hits? Do you know how much practice? Do you know how much pain? All to make this one play that I read my keys. I read through my keys, okay? I defeated a block, and then I made this tackle for loss, all like I drew it up, all like I practiced and played. My coaches told me, and I did it. I have this
You don't know
excitement.
what? You don't know how that feels.
But they want you to, what Clark say? They want you to do all of that, make this play, hear 80,000 fans screaming, and then they want you to walk back.
Like
to
it's
the
nothing. Nah, it's something. A 4th and 1, you get a stop behind the line.
Oh, man, you just have no clue, especially if you get a good hit on somebody, too.
I'm sorry.
Or
That flag is coming for me.
don't let me break some tackles, hit somebody with a spin move, stiff arm, 90 on you.
Come on, reverse field.
Yeah,
Come on now.
Get to the zone, like all the summer workouts, all of that stuff put together just for that one moment. Just for that one moment.
But you don't want the guys to be
You don't want to
excited.
celebrate it. You don't want somebody staring at somebody. That's the least thing I can do is stare at you without making a
With not saying nothing. Nothing.
NFL got to do
But
something
I'm saying
with that, man.
something. You know, that look is saying something.
NFL got to do something with that, man.
Yeah, they're going to get rid of it.
They
They're going to get rid of it.
competition committee, what y'all doing, man? I can't believe this passed.
They're going to get rid of it. There's some other stuff they need to get rid of too. But we ain't going to get into all of that today.
But that was just that ain't even what we talking about.
Right. That's just a little sidebar.
Right. For y'all that saw the entry, the whatever you want to call the intro. For those of y'all saw that little intro, if you've been waiting, now we're gonna get to it.
This is what you've been waiting for.
So we had an athlete's parent that expressed some things that was happening to their kid mentally. And one of those things was the coach gonna tell the kid he was gonna be a JV player for life. Basically,
Be a JV player all his life.
all his life, right? Okay. So I know there's 3 sides to the story, but we're just gonna take this one side and we're gonna dig deeper because we know we're here with the kids all the time. We have a relationship with coaches. We've had some of these conversations already. But what I'm getting to is that I don't think it is the place for a coach to play mind games with a 15-year-old. What a lot of coaches don't realize, and maybe they don't get this told to them enough, what a lot of coaches don't realize is that these kids adore y'all. They look up to y'all.
And hold on to every word that y'all are saying.
That you say. That is so true, man. I had another athlete the other day, he's a freshman. Like, he was so excited that the head football coach for varsity, like, talked to him. He was like, came in and the session was like, hey, the head varsity football coach talked to me the other day or yesterday. And I was like, okay. I was like, what was it about? He was like, he just came on and just talked to me, see how I was doing, and just looking forward to next year when I become a sophomore. He was like excited about that. You know me, I was like, okay, that's good. But it just kind of, you hear that over and over, like you start to learn really how much they care about what you say and how you say it to them. Now everybody know I'm probably the more raw version of a lot of things, but it ain't playing a mind game with a kid. Look, if you're gonna try to play a mind game, even though I don't think you should, we're gonna talk about what we feel like the coaches should be doing, but you need to make sure it comes around full circle and explained. Once you see that the kid isn't really getting it, then you need to come back to that kid and tell them, about how you're trying to motivate them, help them, and raise them. Right.
And I think you just hit it, right? Motivate, help, raise.
Love.
Not playing this reverse, I'm going to try some reverse psychology.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work
on him, and hopefully that gets him to where I want him to be.
That'll work on somebody like me.
Right. There's different folks now. That's the thing.
But everybody,
you gotta know your
boy,
athlete.
say it again. No, what is it? KYP. Put that on the screen for him.
Please. Big caps.
YP.
No, you gotta know your personnel.
Know your personnel.
Right? Don't try to run reverse psychology on this cat. Now, he ready to quit.
And that's exactly kind of what happened. The kid was ready to quit, ready to like, dang, like, why? If my goal is to get to varsity, and then the coach that's in control of this is telling me that I'm never gonna make it. Why am I doing all of this? Why try? And guess what? That kid wants to go to college. That kid wants to play in college.
And to be honest, the kid got some juice.
Yeah.
He got some juice.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Coaches don't know what to do with the kids.
Yeah.
Right? But we ain't playing no mind games. Don't play mind games. Tell the kid what they need to work on.
Oh my gosh, please.
That way they can work on it.
Don't just say you're going to be this. Tell them what they can do to get better. And then guess what? Don't be mad when they come to us to do it. You ain't paying for it. You ain't spending the money on it.
All the time.
Don't be mad when you tell them or they ask and then they go out and get private training for it. We are able to provide a service for these athletes that you don't have time to do. We on your side. We trying to make the kids better for when they come back to your team. I don't understand how you could be against that.
It boggles my mind.
I don't get it.
It boggles my mind. Now, what if that kid came back with a rebuttal and said, you only gonna be a JV coach all your career?
Oh.
Huh? That is a different story.
Yeah.
That is a different story.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either.
I don't know. Help the kids. Work with the kids. Tell them, be truthful with them. Motivate them.
Yeah. Now, we're not saying you don't yell at them. You can yell at them. You can be honest with them about where they are. I felt like a better thing to say was, and that was a little, to me, that was a little immature on the coach's point, but I feel like a better thing to say was like, hey, if you keep playing like this, if you keep not executing, you're going to be on JV again next year. That's a better way to say things, saying, if you keep playing like this, your performance is like this, or, hey, if you don't get stronger, you're going to be on JV next year. That's different. Now the kid's like, okay, so I need to get stronger. That's why. So that gives me something, but not you're going to be on JV for the rest of your life. Or you're going to be a career
and
JV.
Then that's it. And then that's it. You don't tell them what they need to work on, nothing. You just tell them they're going to be on JV the rest of their life. Come on, man. We got to do better. That's not coaching.
Yeah.
That's not coaching. And if you was a good coach, you coach them up to where they wouldn't be on JV for the rest of their life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, obviously, not every athlete is going to be a top-notch 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, right? But we can coach them up to get better.
Yes.
To get better than where they are right now.
Yes. Yes. Yes, we can. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like, things are taken personal sometimes with the coaches, not realizing they with them every day. I don't know. You realize, like, you're talking to a 14, 15, 16-year-old, 17-year-old most times, and you just have so much time with them that you do influence and impact the way they think and their emotions. Like, do you know what kind of home this kid might have? Granted, this kid has a good home. But do you have any clue? Like, so maybe this kid's coming from a home where there's nothing but negativity, but he comes to football, and this is really where he can really get it in and be around something positive and let off some good steam and play with a team. And then you tell him something like that. What are you giving that kid to look forward to?
Right.
Like,
go ahead.
Well, just saying, like, sometimes coming to school or being with the coach is the only time they can really be around someone that's supposed to be positive. Not saying that that's not the parents' role at home, because it is theirs first. But guess what happens when you become a coach? You take on that burden too. Yeah. You take that on. And if that's not something you're willing to do, then you probably don't need to be coaching.
My senior year, I had got all brand new coaches, head coach now. I missed the first 2 games, weddings, parents ain't let me stay, so I had to go. So I came back, right? Coach called me in the office, we had a little meeting. He gonna fix his mouth to tell me that they don't need me because they won a game while I wasn't there. They went 1-1, and he said, see, we don't need you. We won a game without you.
Yo, what?
Why are you calling me into the office for this?
That's crazy.
Like, I said, I don't want to stay and play the game. I want to go to the wedding.
Parents had to go out of town out of town. That's crazy.
So now I missed the first 2 games. TCU, Rice, Air Force. They coming in. Coach gonna tell them I'm not dedicated. No more visits.
That's crazy. Now tell me. Now obviously he's happy with his life. Okay, but think about the impact that has on the trajectory of someone's life.
Bro, like, honestly, I was ready to quit that day. I was ready to quit that day. I told him, I said, you don't know me.
That's crazy.
Bro, you just got here. I told him straight up. I said, you don't know me. I've been playing football all my life. I missed 2 games because my parents. I finished out my senior year. Man. Granted, other schools came, you know what I mean? D3 schools, whatever the case may be. Had a great career, whatever the case may be, but coaches play a big part in these athletes' lives and their futures.
Changes the trajectory of kids. I'm telling y'all, I know kids. We know kids that have been hit by things very similar to that, and things didn't turn out for them. They didn't turn
Yeah.
out to be an All-American college athlete like Eric. It did not turn out like that. It went the other way.
Right.
It went the other way. It went the other way. That's crazy. That's crazy. But hey, hit the comment section with some of y'all stories. Like, were there any moments where coaches kind of played mind games with you, where you felt like it didn't work, it didn't turn out for the better? When you look back now as an adult, you see some of the things that were done.
Or did a coach try to play mind games on you and you bounce back like a round ball?
Right.
Prove them wrong. You know what I mean? That's the flip side. That's the side I would be on.
Yeah.
Tell me I ain't gonna what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Come on now.
But yeah, hey, hit the comments, hit the DMs. Hey,
Subscribe.
hey, we are gonna get some of our guests on. We are. Matter of fact, I think we should try to line one up next week before Thanksgiving. We're gonna reach out to one of our people that wanted to be a guest on the show. If you want to be a guest, hey, hit the DMs. Let us know you want to be a guest, and we'll get you on.
Eh?
Eh.
What will you say?